It's a great speech. President Trump with a stark warning against communism because we've been watching what's happening in these elections. And he mentioned it yesterday at Mount Rushmore.
Well, here to discuss is New York Congressman Mike Lawler. He did a great job on the Hill the other day, standing up for Sheridan Gorman's family. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What do you make of this? We heard the president last night saying communism will never happen, but you live in New York. You saw what happened last week when these three socialists were elected in the primary.
And America hating and Israel hating.
Yes.
No question. And it wasn't just.
Yeah, no, I can't believe they're America hating and Israel hating. Brother, y'all got to stop sneaking that into convos, okay? It's not going to work, okay? Just look, not to give you guys ideas on how to better message on this issue, but you got to drop this Israel shit because even your own families will be like, wait a minute, Israel hating? Why? They always have to sneak that in, okay? They always got to sneak that in.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
You are not slick, my man. Oh, these guys are America haters. And also they hate Israel, which is the same. Which is the same, of course. You must not.
The three congressional races, it was state legislative. They won over half a dozen state legislative seats. You know, I look right here with the Statue of Liberty in the background. That's where I proposed to my wife, an immigrant from Eastern Europe. She escaped the Soviet Union, communism, came here in search of a better life by herself. And I think of Zohran Mamdani, who I served with in the state assembly, a Ugandan-born immigrant who came to the United States of America and is now the mayor of the financial capital of the world. And instead of embracing the fact that only in America could that happen, that a Ugandan-born immigrant could become the mayor of the largest city in America, instead of embracing that, he talked down about America. He degraded America, sitting behind George Washington's desk and basically embracing socialism. And, you know, frankly, I think really desecrating America's 250th anniversary in a way that our founding fathers certainly would never have envisioned when engaging and embarking on this experiment.
Can we just
of freedom
play
and
some
democracy.
of the sound, Congressman, real quickly, of what he said? He talked about us being a contradiction. Here he is.
As we mark 250.
I love that they got the notes. Like, it's not even subtle. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't think these guys know what they're doing. I don't think these guys recognize what they're doing. Okay? Forcing Zohran to be the figurehead of the entire Democratic Party is an unbelievable gift. Oh my God, these guys are so bad. Oh my God. I don't want to say anything at this point. I don't want to say anything at all. But they are aggressively placing Donald Trump on the one side and then Zohran Mamdani on the other side and being like, see, this is our guy. This is your guy. Look how bad your guy is. He's a communist. Not realizing that this is only going to benefit us. It's going to benefit the DSA. It's even going to benefit the Democratic Party. It's free ball. It's amazing. Oh my God. Yeah, stop talking. Okay, well, I talk. Do not correct your opponent while they're making a mistake. Listen, everything I say, these guys think is wrong. They oppose me every step of the way, so it's fine. It's great. Hopefully they keep doing this shit. It's also strange because Donald Trump does not even dislike Zohran Mamdani, right? I mean, this is a phenomenal. This is so good. Because this, once again, gets even the liberals who despise Fox News to also come to terms with, you know, liking Zohran if they hadn't liked him already or if they didn't know about him. This gets liberals on board with the program. This is basically the equivalent of Zohran Mamdani doing that kindergarten thing with Barack Obama times 10. Okay? Do you understand? Like, if you recall when Zohran did that thing with Obama and everyone was like, dude, that's a war criminal. I was like, I know. okay? But trust me, Democrats love that war criminal, okay? They love him. And that kind of association is good for him. It's good for us. It's good to like make democratic socialism palatable for some of the demographics that might not actually like or might be negatively polarized against it because of all the residual anti-Bernie hatred. It's a fucking fantastic thing because we need those people to vote, right? This is 10x that. Positioning Zohran Mamdani being like, America's a nation of immigrants, and that's what's so beautiful about America, and I love America, and all these immigrants also love America. We love America. And then on the other side, having like ugly-ass Donald Trump stumbling into this moment and being like, you know who I hate? Communism, like that fucking Zohran Mamdani. Without actually mentioning him, because they're lovers, right? You don't want a lovers to haters arc for Donald Trump and Zohran. It's clear. He's like, you know, I have a special place in my heart for that one commie, but also at the same time, I just hate the movement, right? My 60-year-old mom who worked for Northrop Grumman supports literally every position of the DSA. Yeah. I mean, that's the point. That is the point. Because everybody loves the platform, but they think they hate the moniker. Everybody loves the platform. Everybody loves the agenda, but they've been negatively polarized. They've been conditioned into believing that this is scary, especially older people. Moments like this change their mentality. They change their mindset. They go, you know, he can't be that bad. I heard a speech. I agree with it. America is a nation of immigrants. You know, I heard his speech and I liked it. You know what I didn't like? Donald Trump's speech. I hate Donald Trump. I love everything he hates, and I hate everything he loves.
50 years. What do we see? We see a city of contradictions within a nation of contradictions. We see the wealthiest country in the history of the world, one where children go to sleep hungry, while the world's first trillionaire hungers for more. We see a nation whose immense wealth has been built by those with calloused, dirt-streaked hands, those who toil on factory floors and chisel into stone. And we see a nation that has allowed so much of that wealth to be held instead in the soft hands of a precious few.
We're the most giving nation. What is he talking about?
It's truly mind-boggling. America has done more to ensure freedom and opportunity and prosperity for everyone, not just here in our...
Yeah, here's the problem. That argument rings hollow. Maybe for the boomers that watch Fox News, they'll be like, hell yeah, we are the most giving nation. I love Americans, love fucking putting that up. To be like, oh, we're the most charitable nation on the planet. Fuck you, brother. First of all, you literally killed U.S. aid. And you loved every moment of that. That was number one. That's been devastating for a lot of the countries that were built to rely on America's fake charitable contributions that actually eviscerated their domestic agricultural output while simultaneously making them reliant on our farm subsidized agricultural output. But then also on top of that, Zohran isn't even talking about like the most charitable nation, America, and USAID. He's talking about how callous hands built the value that stays at the top of America in the hands of soft, buttery billionaires. So you're saying it's a good thing USA got cut? No, I'm not saying that. The USAID is far more complex than that, okay? But once you build that reliance, that necessity, you can't just shut off the faucet. And what we did is the worst of both worlds, right? A big part of USAID, there's also very good things within it, right? It's a massive program. It's America's soft power tool, okay? But it's totally ridiculous to just be like, yeah, we're going to shut that. We're going to shut the medical aid, for example. That's unbelievable. You're out of your mind. I'm never going to be on board with that. I'm also never going to be on board with with designing an over-reliance on U.S. Subsidized agriculture that has gutted the domestic agriculture programs that these countries might have had, only to just leave them astray. It's totally disastrous. It is barbaric what we have done. It's also bad for, domestic big ag anyway. It's not even great for the farmers who relied on that subsidy because they were sending a lot of their yields overseas by way of U.S. aid. So in the short term, it benefits virtually no one.
Country, but around the world. When you think back to the Revolutionary War.
The only thing that I had a disagreement with Zohran on was when he said like it was farmers that did the American Revolution. Maybe you went a little too hard on the revisionism there, buddy. I don't agree with that assessment. As a matter of fact, that's just not true. It's just not true. I think the appropriate way to angle that is to say that while a progressive revolution, okay, the American Revolution had idealism baked into it that we have never been able to fully achieve, but perhaps that is a part of the American experiment, is to constantly seek out the values enshrined. The values enshrined in the Constitution, this high-minded ideal point that we have always struggled to achieve and have failed to achieve at times, but that struggle still continues. I mean, I think that's what it is. That's, at least historically, that's how people have framed it. That's how leftists have framed it. The values that we all align with, that are in that's in the Constitution, has been an ongoing experiment that we're constantly pushing towards that goal. I mean, we've never had a full-blown democracy until the Voting Rights Act, right? I mean, we did not have a real democratic process in this fucking country for the longest goddamn time. That's a part of the American project and a part of the American experiment. And we had like a good 60-year run with that. That was never fully realized. And now we're gutting it again. We're regressing. I skipped over the women's suffrage movement because I'm a misogynist. No, because black people couldn't vote, man. What are we talking about? Like, yeah, sure, women were allowed to vote, but then black people weren't allowed to vote. So what do you mean? Like that's still people that were not allowed to vote. Like, yes, you're right, but also that's just another chapter,
The Civil War to World War II, and what American blood and treasure did to ensure freedom, it's truly mind-boggling to listen to that speech from the mayor of New York City, and especially 25 years after 9/11. You think of Rudy Giuliani at Ground Zero, America under attack. Zohran Mamdani embraces people like Hassan Piker, and
What is going on, brother? Brother, why am I on Fox News every damn day, bro? Dude, I used to cherish these moments where I would catch a stray. You know what I mean? Where like randomly somebody would name drop me and I'd be like, "Whoa, that's sick." My ops. Nowadays, they bring me up. Nowadays, the Fox News brings me up every single day. Every damn day. They've developed Hasanabi derangement syndrome.
These socialists that win election that are saying America is at fault for 9/11. It's crazy.
Yeah. How about this? America, they will tell you, belongs only to those with the right accent or right shade of skin. Screw you. I mean, what kind of attitude is this? What kind of message? And he thinks that will resonate with the people that put him in office.
Well,
sadly, he might be right.
For some, the politics of envy and jealousy are rising. But I fundamentally believe in the goodness of America and the American people, and they will reject this soundly in November in the midterms. But more broadly, as we move forward and embark on our next 250 years, this is the greatest country on the face of the earth. And no matter our differences, no matter the politics of the moment, the fact is we should all be grateful for living in the United States of America.
Well said, Congressman, and good luck in your election. I know every time you run is tough.
It is. It'll be a fight, but we'll win.
All right. Congressman Mike Lawler.
Great to see you. Thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.
My fellow Americans.
America, we need a new beginning. Interesting times with Ross Douthat. Oh my God. Oh my God. Here's a guy who agrees with Trump's ridiculous anti-communist sentiment through and through. Okay. Telling us about how we need to chart a more moderate path forward. Also, happy birthday, America, to Pennsylvania. One thing that I found very interesting, July 4th, 1776, birthday of America. In Pennsylvania, it was 76 degrees. Let's take a look at how, in the 250 years, let's take a look at what the Pennsylvania climate has changed. It's 100 degrees right now. I think it was Benny Franks that wrote it down. Isn't that crazy? That they were so diligent in their note taking that they actually wrote down the temperature. 1776, it was 76 degrees. 250 years later, it is 100 degrees in Pennsylvania right now. Okay? 100. Upgrade? I don't know if that would be considered an upgrade. Okay, so the temps are going up just like the stocks. Sorry, we're winning so hard, I guess. That doesn't mean shit. Inflation, dumbass. Yeah, this is the one area where you don't want inflation. Meanwhile, it's a perfect 76 here in Los Angeles, California. Former, also known as Mexico. But Ross Douthat, my fellow Americans, on this 250th anniversary of Great Republic, I think we're unlikely to have a unifying address from any politician, so I thought I'd get a little dressed up and offer one for myself. I love Ross Douthat, man. He is such a G. What a hilarious person in his own meaningful way. Anyway, there is one...